Hello everyone, welcome back to Genshin Impact. You may be wondering, why am I in Mondstadt and why do I have this starting team? So, in the most simplest form, as the new year is coming up, I want to explain how my team has evolved during my time playing Genshin Impact. So we start with this team. As it should be obvious already, but these aren't going to be the exact builds. I technically just snagged artifacts from other people. This wasn't Traveler's Store before, but this is for his Dendro MC build. He used to run a red color store that I actually fed to level up because it had a defense second substat, which I don't know why I had. I just thought it looked cool, but then, you know. Anyway, he also used to run a Harbinger of Dawn before, but I decided to slap on the Fulfilling Store on him just because, yeah. Stats are like this right now. 6 talents. Basically Hazel's artifact. Amber, she's ascended past level 50 for some reason. Level 60 stringless. These are artifacts. I'm pretty sure I ripped them directly from Singcho. Pretty sure. Or Bennett. Obviously C0. Talons. Very bad talents. Oh my god. And I have no intention of leveling them up because I'm not really going to use them anyway. So this isn't going to do damage. Kaya is level 40. Oh, I forgot to show you Amber stats. This is Amber stats right here. 40 crit rate, 154.1% crit damage, and 105.2 energy recharge. Kaya's thing. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I have him on a prototype Rancor. This was the weapon I have had on him ever since I got this weapon from the Adventurer's Handbook. I don't know why I decided to put a fizz damage bonus on him, but this is just to keep it historic. This is Singcho's artifacts, actually. These are Singcho's artifacts. And because these are Singcho's artifacts, I put a hydro damage bonus goblet on him. Please do not judge me. I do not have a cryo damage bonus goblet anymore. C0, Talons, oh god. Oh god. Lisa, yeah, C0, artifacts. It's like a mixture of Raiden. No, wait, this is Raiden's artifacts. Okay. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a level 70 R2 Eye of Perception. To give you a little story behind why Lisa has this, I got the Eye of Perception, looked at Lisa, and said, "This looks cool. It has a ball of perception, you know? It's good." Yeah, cringe. This is her stats here. Anyway, let's take a look at how this team fares in battle, shall we? So we're gonna do Mondstadt's things right here, just the hilly turtle. Yep. So, to give you a little history, I start this off like how every other Genshin player will start their experience in Genshin with the starter team. And I go on my adventures with this. This video evolution, my team evolution, will talk about my rotations. So bear with me. Let me just fly over here and take these guys out first. Show you my general rotation. I basically would main Traveler's E a bunch. So yeah. Things have changed. Now Dendro has been released as well. So. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember doing that shit. I remember doing that. I remember doing that so well. So now I have set it up the second team, which consists of Animo and Geo Traveler, because around this time I did finally make my way to Leah, so Geo Traveler as well. We also have Xingyan, Rosaria, and Barbara. See, now this team is just the weirdest team I ever did in my life. I don't know why I did this team, but I did, and that's all that matters. Xingyan still has the weapon I had on her ever since the very beginning, the debate club. Artifacts, I just used Bennett's artifacts. C1, talents are this. Rosaria, you already saw the stats. I had Vivonius Lance on her at some point, but then now I just decided to switch her to Missive Wind Spear for some reason. I'll test both of them out later. First, artifacts, basically Raiden's artifact. D0, Talons, Barbara, D2, Xingqiu artifact, Brilliant Tails. This is what I had on her before I switched this to Mona for crit purposes, and yeah. Anyway, gonna show you guys what my rotation in this team was. Animo damage bonus artifact, but let's test out with this guy. As you can clearly see, that is just how I did things. Rosario was actually my main DPS for a lot of these. I mainly used Barbara and Rosario together for free, and Xingyan for shield. That's basically what was happening this entire time. Anyway, time to switch to Geo and show you guys how I used to do this with Geo. Come on, Zhang Li. I mean, power of Geo. Alright, so now we have Geo. I'm gonna keep true to form of history and not change his build at all, because I didn't even change the build at all during this time. So, let's locate some treasure hoarders this time. Yeah. So, talents for Geo Traveler, as you can clearly see, I was very enthusiastic about him. Oh god. D6 as well, so. Oh, I remember this part clear as day. So it looks like we don't even need to change a lot already in this. Because I just demonstrated to you how I usually play this team, which is almost entirely randomized. Yeah. I mainly still main freeze. Barbara's healing, Rosaria like freezing and some levels of DPS. And Xingyan's for shield and pyro applicant, which he's not really that good at, actually. And Geo Traveler's here is placing down boulders to either block the enemies, or sometimes I go up, jump, and then plunge it back down. How did I do 8,000 to literal blades of grass? I don't know, but I did it. And as you know, when you plunge this down, it does geo energy, so it crystallizes anyone who has, you know, infused elements on them, applied elements, so then it crystallizes, and then I get another shield, so I don't always have to like rely on Xingyan. Yeah, that was my build up until I went to Inazuma, and trust me, Electro Traveler was part of this team, and you have no idea how cringe it is now that I think about it. So let's do this a favor and go back, way back to Inazuma, the place where a lot of change. And boy, do you want to know how much change happened in my team. Anyway, we have Electro Traveler now. I still remember I slapped some Thundering Fury artifacts on him, and I don't think I did any. Actually, I did slap some Thunder Soother artifacts on him, but as you can clearly see, I don't have any of those anymore, because I've moved on from Electro Traveler. So we just have to be stuck with Animo damage bonus. The rest of them do not change at all. So now let's do something incredibly stupid and see if we can fight some Inazuma stuff. Namely the Nabushi. If you guys are wondering, Easy, you have a lot of other characters here. Why didn't you ever use them? Ever? Well, I just never used them. I just threw them aside after I got them, just like, you know what, I don't think this will fit well into any of my parties, and my parties work well anyway, so, you know what, sorry, but I ain't gonna use you. So most of them are mostly only ascended past level 20, specifically for the one extra Acclaimed Fate they have. That's right, I'm using them. And that way, this is how I used to absolutely just violate every Genshin player's brain. that's what made him beloved. Oh. Basically, most of my tactics were I freeze enemies that launch at me in midair, and then I stop them with trial. I mean, electro. This was my party up until the point where I got Jean-Li. And when I got Jean-Li, it was basically near the time when I got Hazel. So let's show you how my team comp changed when I first got Hazel. Since Hazel came first, he will come first. And so he has. After I got Hazel, things changed. Because after I got Hazel, he replaced the Traveler as my main DPS. Obviously, I did not have Lost Spirit of Sacred Winds for him before, but I don't think I remember which catalyst I put on him. Obviously, this is his go-to artifact set that I've had on him for some time, and he won now. This is his talent. So, let's do the exact same thing to some poor Nobushi. And here we go. And that's basically how I used to use Hazel with this team. And then 3.0 drops. And that is when I get Jean-Li. And after that, my whole ass team comp changed in an instant. Now the details aren't clear. Now my memory is foggy during this section, but I knew that I used Jean-Li a lot during this time. And that is where I also got Kale. And that's where I also got started building Fischl. So, this is what I have. The party I have right now is what was most obviously my first taste of a Dendro, Quicken, and Aggravate team. Kale was not the first one up here. It was, of course, Dendro MC, but my Dendro MC, it was absolutely trash back then, and I'm still building him right now. So, that's all I'm gonna say. The team comprises of, you know, my boy Hazel with Kale. I had a sacrificial bow on her. Artifacts I just stole from Nahida. C3, and talents. I don't know why this is so low, but yeah. Next is Jean-Li, you know, our boy. Favonius Lance. But a little bit into the grind, you know, I had the catch on him. And you know how much damage I was doing. And anyway, his artifacts have not changed yet. This is his talents, and of course C0. C2 official artifacts I took from Raiden because I don't have the old Thundering Fury set I had on there anymore. Stringless and level 80. Talents are like this. So let's go into Samaru and see what we could do. Or we could theoretically bully these guys. What? I'm actually going to bully these four over here because this is what like fighting in Samaru was all about. Anyway, here we go. Honestly pretty weak, not gonna lie. You know what, in order to not have these weaklings fight me, I'm gonna fight Ruin Guards instead. So, this time I'll show you what my bursts were like. Now, obviously, I think a lot of people noticed what I did there was I did Fischl's burst and then I proceeded to do her skill again, and she's blinking in reverse now. Oh god, I broke the game. But yes, that is what I did. Mostly. Oh, her ER is actually better than I thought. Anyway, off the topic a little bit, but yeah, that is what I did. Normally, obviously, I will not use her burst and then her E right after because I know how these things work. But just for the sake of showing how I usually do things, back like 2 months ago or so, this is how I used to do things. And now we go for this poor Ruin Guard who's about to have a very bad day. With this team, I love fighting enemies in water because Hyper Bloom. Anyway. Oh wow, okay, okay, I did not realize your ERs are so good. Anyway, let's move on to the next team, which isn't even a humongous change because this is another variant that I used to do. And this is, of course, the Burgeon team. Well, not really Burgeon, it's actually burning, because, you know, unless we fight one of these Ruin Guards in the ocean, then this isn't gonna become a Burgeon team. But yes, we do have Bennett here. Bennett, of course, hasn't actually changed one bit in quite a while. Yep, he has not changed a lot, except for C2, which I never showed on camera. So yeah, Bennett is still the same, but now with this Ruin Guard over here, I am going to show you how I did this. I also did a Shanling variant, which was honestly kind of wacky. I don't know why I did her, but I did, and it's one of my past team comps, so obviously I'm going to showcase it and what it is. So basically, you know, it is the Sensei. No, just a very casual, you know, just a very casual way of doing things. Just like how you would normally use Bennett, normally. Now it's Shanling's turn, and I like how I actually pre-bursted them. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but you know, like I took the time to just pre-farm elemental to get their burst ready. I like how those generate elemental orbs, or not elemental orbs, just orbs. Anyway, we're gonna go to this Ruin Guardian's Distance, who's gonna have a very bad day because he's gonna become toast. He's now sitting on top of the pole. The reason why I did these burning teams so much is because, you know, the sole reason why I did these teams in the first place was because the constant pyro being applied. Because burning keeps the pyro there, and no matter how many times you swirl it, unless if the pyro or dendro doesn't wear off, you keep getting a swirl. And since I'm using Hazo, which, you know, his E stacks on that, yeah, you know for a fact this team is amazing. Now, next team variant that I did. Now we're getting very, very close to recent times, because now we're dipping into Nahida's release. So, now, I'm not gonna showcase her with Shanling or Bennett again, because the gameplay is almost the same as Call It, except, you know, the burst and the skill, like, you know. Basically, I would, you know, of course, before I apply any the pyro or electro, I use her skill first, link everyone together, which is pretty normal. But let's go to the time when this wasn't normal. And around this time, I started messing around with the national team. Obviously, right now, yes, I did get the Raiden Shogun. I'm very lucky. I was very lucky here. But before, I used to have Zhang Li on here. This is one of the teams I used to play on. So just for the sake of showing you guys how this was like, I'm gonna have to pick a catch from you, Raiden. I'm sorry. But let's grab some quick and maybe even kill the electro hypostasis with how the national team works. Alright. Now that that's done, let's take a look at the Cryo Regisvine and see how fast he dies. Let's take a look. Bro. Sometimes this hits 60, sometimes this hits 59, but mostly good damage. this was a good amount of damage for whenever I wanted to, you know, experiment with the national team. Anyway, now we carry on to the most recent teams. And by recent teams, I actually do mean recent teams because we have plenty of stuff to work with now. Don't mind this one. Of course, I'm thinking about it. And, yeah, one of my most favorite popular ones was Death by Nahida. This is... I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already use a team comp somewhat like this, right? There's no way none of you guys did not use a team comp somewhat like this. Anyway, then to take back Nahida's artifacts from Kale, I'll keep Fischl's artifacts. I'll keep Ryan's artifacts on Fischl though, because we still need to run Fischl for this. Anyway, now that the God of Wisdom has all her artifacts, and this is her stats right now, her EM is 777 with the boost from the Stepwood Blade that Xingqiu has. This will get to like almost 1k, so yeah. So, what boss should we do? I guess we could do this one. So let's go to the Primal Geovishap. I think that's his name. Or Primal Geovishap. We'll know when we get there. Okay, it is the Primal Geovishap. Alright. That rotation was not wise there. That did not crit, sadly. I physically cannot reach the lead, and it already despawned. So basically, that is the virgin version of Death by Nahida. This virgin doesn't only remain for virgin, but there's also burning, and also Bennett's here for the attack boost for Zhongli's burst. I also did a Xiaoling variant of this, and I think you already know how that works. Alright, restart. Alright, now that we got everything, and with 3 seconds left until Xingqiu can use his burst. Okay, there we go. Now we hop right back on in and confront this boy once again. It did not go as far. We killed it nonetheless. I did it wrong, actually. I actually should use Xingqiu thing first, and then Xiaoling, and then I do the thing. Well, you guys can try this for yourself if you have Zhongli or Nahida. Oh yeah, I forgot. I do have C2 Nahida. Yeah, forgot about that. Let's try it on this Ruin Guard over here. This poor Ruin Guard. This poor ass Ruin Guard. And then after this guy, we're gonna use Fischl instead of Xiaoling. I can show you guys how this worked out. Since there's like Reed 1, 2, 3, and that Ruin Hunter there, you know we have plenty of things to kill and things to work with. If we can't get our burst up from this and kill him with this, then we could kill him with the burst. Technically it's not day, it's ruin his night though. And look at that, the virgin is real. Oh, let's go. I got the leaf that time and it went over 1k. So this works, I guess. Now thanks Shanling for doing that. And now we use Fish Shoulder. We might have to use this Ruin Hunter for actually no, we could theoretically gain enough energy. Oh yeah, we can definitely gain energy fast enough. Look at that, he's dead already. It's just that easy. It's actually just that easy. Let's see how fast your health drops down, eh? Oh, shoot. We have a problem. We have a problem. We have a slight problem. Oh god, okay. Get him down, please. Get him down. Yep. Right. Oh my god, his health is drained. You guys saw that now, right? You guys saw that. Official with Raiden's artifact is actually stronger than I ever could have imagined. So, yeah. That's death by Nahida in a nutshell. As you can see, Yaimiko clearly isn't completely built, but these were almost the artifacts I had on her last time. Talents, D0, and stats are like this. Obviously, you know for a fact there was more to this Yaimiko in my parties before. First one is, of course, this one right here where I had Hazo, because this is where I got Wonder, and Wonder wasn't even released yet. It was one banner away, but Yaimiko is here in this standard team, so let's take a look at what she did. And boy, did she do plenty. So let's take a look at this Ruin Guard and absolutely murder him. He did not create a lot of them. Anyway, that was how I used this mini aggregate team of sorts. If they didn't die so quickly, you know for a fact Hazel will have more part in it. But right now it's not the time for discussing these matters because we have another version of Death by Nahida, and that is with Yaimiko instead of Fish. So with this lonely Ruin Guard that's sitting in Stormtear's lair peacefully, undisturbed, just wants to sleep. We're gonna go in and we're gonna hyper blue him. So, let's do it. And look at that. The Hyper Bloom is real! Anyway, next, I will actually have to send in a video clip from one of my past little Genshin clips before, because this next party involved Layla. And as you guys may know, Layla was part of a team comp that I called Dementor. This Dementor team, I can't really use right now because I fed a few of Layla's artifacts to some other artifacts for fodder use. So yes, that is what happened.
The night is cold. Stars.
Stabilize.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your face. Grow, grow, grow. Committed to memory.
Solidify. Gather.
My guiding stars. Hold. Rain cutter. Yeah. This may hurt a little. Don't be scared.
This is order. Solidify.
Rain outlines your fate.
But now, we evolve a little bit more, okay? Now we evolve a little bit more. This time, we go all the way back to here. Here is what we like to call a Dendro MC Hyper Bloom party. So now, this was Dendro MC. You know, crit rate absolutely sucks. But you know what? What we are here for isn't crit from this man. We're here for the Dendro. And I can't use this with Bennett or Shanling because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know already. But if you put down the Traveler's Burst and it comes contact with Pyro, it dies. We don't want that. So, the first time, John Lee isn't here and we have Wonder dead, so pleasant surprise, I guess. So, oh god, this is what I mean. Luckily, we avoid that. And now I'm gonna demonstrate to you the sheer destructiveness of this team. Oh my god, it's happening already. And now we go to Wanderer, and yeah, he's dead. But if I was finding a boss gear for Steve, you know what we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do. So, yeah, and his burst is back up already, which just goes to show how insane he is gonna be if I build him correctly without using Nahita's art. Now we're going on to the good stuff. So, this team. This was another different blue team. But, let's just say it was very, very tedious. It was... the amount of tediousness that this team ended up producing was just painful. Because Kuki is not well leveled at all, and he's not, well, leveled well at all. So, that provided wide tussle on my brain. But anyway, Kuki right now has a few artifacts of her own, which build on crit rate, crit damage, and EM, and as you can see, oh my god. I still have the new sword, the Talkabo Shigure sword, R5, and I'm still not getting it up to 90, because no. And this team was pretty simple. I, this this, maybe even the burst 2, and then I do this, and then I just... But obviously, this reaches too high. Obviously, like, Wonder's E was too high, so I usually just stay on the floor and do. This was still an experimental party because I knew Kuki was also decent as well. I used to also pair Kuki with Danger MC. In the past, it was kinda painful. Anyway, we're going on to the good team. We could actually test out this team on these guys right here. So basically, when I do this, come here, bitch. And then, yeah, you know by now. You know by now. I also sometimes actually group them together instead of go knocking them away. I group them. Once it does this, I lift them slowly up into the air, hit them up in the air, and then once they take some fall damage, then So that was how I used to use this team. And Jean's here for healing and some swirling. Bennett and Jean-Li are here for the burst and then burst. All that good stuff. So as we look at this fun stuff, let's take a look at the last few parties that I had for my entire Genshin experience. Now, the Wandering Party. This was one of the parties that I loved to use. It was aggravate, it was everything I could have possibly for. I killed a lot of stuff quickly with this. Just know there was also a time where I switched from to show. Let's just use your imagination at this point. Use your imagination. How do you think my team? I also switched with Bennett at some point, and let me guess. Let me guess what you're thinking. It went really bad. It did it. It actually went really, really well. Which is why I love this game so much. Anyway, Wonder is your turn. You didn't score Electro. Anyway, go. Yep. Look at that. And now, before the finale, I want to go a little bit out of order here. This is the team that I'm using now. And Raiden National is also a team I'm using now. So, how about I use the Raiden National team on the Cryo Regisvine to give you a taste of how my Raiden National team is doing right now. Obviously, I have to give my Raiden basically the things she needs, like the cat, artifact. When I first laid my eyes on Genshin, it was her character teaser that brought me into the game. So, thank you so much, Ryan Shogun, for showing me this game. Anyway, this is her stats right now. For now, at level 55, I am gonna triple crown her and put her at level 90. So just wait for that. This is her stats right now. Already over 252 energy recharge. Catch, R5, level 90, and then your artifact, your reset. D0, of course. Talents is this much, because I still need to farm books. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, my hands are very familiar with pressing 3 whenever engaging into a battle against Jean-Li, so almost always gonna switch the Sting here. So yeah, 21k with her burst and stuff with the national team. To be honest though, in my opinion, not bad for a level 55 Shogun. Not bad. Anyway, it's time for the finale. The time where I showcase the team which I use basically every single day. And that is the power. I literally did not know what to properly name this team, but but I just named this team The Power. Because, you know, I have the power of 3 Archons and Raiden's Sun. Wonder. So, let's go to Ruinguard Island and beat them up, Doc. Thank you.
全部丸見えね。逃げ道はありません。
天道、ここにあり。剣女盤石。
私のお家にいらっしゃい。覚えたわよ。
新天道地、天道万象。難攻不落。
裁きの雷、稲光、すなわち永遠なり。
風よ。これで。これで。
And with that, guys, it puts an end to one of my most genuine Genshin videos of all time. If you guys enjoyed the evolution, feel free to tell me your team comp evolutions in the description down in the comments down below. Sorry, not description. And I will see you guys next time. Farewell.
逃げ道はありません。